Hey everyone, Resonance here. So today I'm going to be bringing you all a brief little update video that'll be explaining some of the new changes to my Twitch live streaming system and just future plans for the channel and my AI. So the first thing that I'm going to be discussing is that the lobby system that I'm going to be using for hosting online matches is going to be much quicker and more efficient. So basically, when I'm doing the little Twitch giveaway mumbo jumbo, it should look like this, the little drawing system. The first major change that's going to come into this is that there's only going to be one keyword. Previously, I would change the keyword from match to match, but from now on, the keyword is always going to be !play. So if you wanted to enter the drawing to say play in any of the matches during my live stream, you would just type in !play in the chat. That will enter you in the drawing, and then if you win the drawing, you'll be listed on the left, and then you can join my lobby. The reason I have this drawing system is because there's typically a very large demand to play in matches during my live stream, so this way is a little more fair and ensures that everyone actually gets a chance to play. So if you do watch my live stream, you will definitely get a chance to play. So the keyword's going to be the same, everything's going to be really, really fast. For one, I'm not even going to make the lobby until I've selected the 7 or so winners, which will be listed on the left. I'll do that really quickly, I'll just speedrun through that. And then when I make the lobby, if one of the players doesn't join in time, I'll just re-roll them and we'll get another one. Another major change that's going to make things really, really smooth and nice is I'm also going to do 2 types of lobbies during the Twitch live stream. And this is very, very different than what we're normally used to, so bear with me here. There's going to be 2 different types of lobbies that I'm going to be hosting. One of them is going to be for newer players, inexperienced ones, and one is going to be for the experienced players. So basically, for the noob lobbies, if you will, the inexperienced player lobbies, I'm going to be spectating. I will not actually be playing, and they'll usually be like a 3v3. I'll be spectating live, and these will be for players who are of a fairly low rating and are really new to the game and they need help. I'm going to be spectating live, and I'm going to be giving both teams live advice and tips and try and help everybody improve their gameplay. The reason that I'm splitting these things into 2 lobbies is because the skill level between the viewers can be rather drastic at times, so I want to sort of make matches more fair, because some players are really new to the game and they don't really know what they're doing quite yet, and then some players are just super, super good and just stomp things, and then sometimes the matches, they get pretty one-sided and kind of boring, and I know a lot of people complain about that. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 different types of lobbies. We're going to do the noob lobbies, in which I'm going to be focusing on providing a commentary that is helpful and rather basic in a sense. 'Cause I know that I've been told before that I explain, the early game and whatnot a little too often. Most of you know this stuff. So the inexperienced player matches will be heavily focused on the more basic concepts of the game, like how to start up. Very, very general economy stuff, boar luring and whatnot, whereas my commentaries when I'm doing the experienced player lobbies will be focusing on the more advanced concepts of the game, like army composition, strategies, like I'll be talking about when I scout my opponent's base, for example, what strategy I know he's going for based on his buildings. I'll be talking about different build orders and just more complex decisions and concepts and whatnot, so it'll be very it'll be more detailed, definitely, in that case, and I think this is for the better. It should make things a lot nicer. So that way, for the more experienced players, you get to learn more of the complex, advanced concepts of the game. We can have some fun, more close matches, and then for the inexperienced players, you still get your awesome, fun, close matches, but it'll be more educational. I get to explain the game to players who are still learning, basically. So that should be really, really helpful. So players of all skill level are more than encouraged to watch my live stream. There's something here for everybody, and it should be a lot more fun this way. So another thing that I wanted to talk about is live streaming in general. So I've decided to separate my sort of weekly AoE2 community live stream thing from just other types of content. So much like how we've always been doing, once a week I'm going to be doing these weekly community AoE2 live stream, as I've been doing so far. And what this means is I'm just going to be playing matches with the viewers, against the viewers, and helping everybody out. It's going to be very community focused. Players of all skill level are encouraged to come, and it's just going to be my little way of playing and interacting with the community. So this is matches with the viewers. And then I probably will be streaming more than one day a week, but one day a week is always going to be for community AoE 2 stuff. The other days of the week will not be on a fixed schedule. The community AoE 2 live stream will always be on the same day every week. Previously, I've had it on Mondays at the usual 1:30 p.m. -8 GMT, but very, very soon, within a few weeks, or maybe by the time you watch this video, it will be on Fridays at the exact same time. So that'll be 1:30 p.m. -8 GMT. So that'll be on Fridays soon. That's always going to be on the same day. It's always going to be on a schedule, but any additional live streams will not necessarily be on that same schedule. They'll be a little more sporadic, if you will. I'll, of course, be doing, like a little notice. I'll be posting an update prior on my Facebook or YouTube page so you know when I'm live streaming. Those live streams will sometimes be games that aren't Age of Empires 2, or if they're me playing AoE 2, I might be playing solo. So those will be less community focused. Of course, I'll still be reading the Twitch chat and I'll still play with you guys, but it might be, I guess, not as community focused in that sense. Sometimes I might be playing solo, or sometimes I might be playing a game like, say, League of Legends or something like that, or Guns of Icarus, or I don't know. We'll see. Whatever I just feel like playing at that time. We might do some Pokemon and stuff, so I'm going to mix it up. Everything is still going to basically be the same as normal, but things are going to be a little more streamlined and organized, basically. Let's see. Another thing I wanted to talk about is my custom AI, because I know I get a lot of questions about this, and I wanted to address this directly to all of you guys. So, alright, here's a question I get a lot. Why don't I have the AI as a separate AI file? Why is it attached to these scenario files, and can I get it separately? There's a couple of reasons for this. One, my AI, at least as of now, I have heavily designed him for multiplayer purposes, and the AI only works in multiplayer if it's inside a custom scenario file. So that's why it comes in a custom scenario file. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's like, well, I kind of want to play it solo. I want to try some 1v1s with it, or I just want to try it on a randomly generated random map in single player. And yeah, I hear you. That's a good point. I just haven't really optimized the AI to do things that aren't a 6v2. So that's why I keep it in the custom scenario. Because yes, you can still play the custom scenario solo, and it does still have AI teammates on there, so it should still be a fun and fair match, and I'm always, of course, looking to tweak the teammate AI, so if there's any feedback for the teammate AI and my AI on the difficulty levels besides hardest, I would really, really love to hear that, as I definitely don't get any feedback for my AI on difficulty levels that are lower than, say, hard. Honestly, I don't know if moderate is at a good level right now. Is it too hard? Is it too easy? Is easy too hard? Is easiest too easy? I wouldn't know. I don't get enough feedback for that, so that's something that I'm working on. So my AI will come as a separate file relatively soon. I want to make sure that by the time it comes as a separate file, I have all the kinks worked out, because that means that my AI would have to be able to play basically any random map relatively stably. And as far as I've been testing it, he does pretty well so far, but again, he's not designed for things like one-on-ones, and my AI was really just never intended to do one-on-ones. It's supposed to do these large team games against several humans, but I will be putting it as a separate AI file, especially if people want to put him in their other maps, but I need to make sure that he's ready for that, and that might take me a little while, but I'm working on it, and I'll continue giving you guys updates. I'm going to say the next major version should have a separate AI file in it if you would like to put it in your own maps or just play against it in single player, but keep in mind it's not designed to be a fair one-on-one match, so you definitely want some teammates and whatnot on your side. Alright, so let's see. A couple new changes that I'm going to be working on is I want to make... Oh yeah, I'm still working on it, of course. I want to make sure that, like I said, the difficulty levels are well tuned. Okay, because I don't get feedback for the difficulty levels lower than hard and hardest. So while my AI is supposed to be able to fight groups of players of all skill, like if you get six very inexperienced players, you should all be able to beat the AI on easiest. But I wouldn't know that for sure, so I always like to get feedback on that. So I plan on tweaking the difficulty levels a bit, improving him on water maps for one. I would like him to be a little more aggressive with landing, add new strategies, that's for sure, just in general. The AI is pretty close to reaching a level in which I'm satisfied, so there's not too many new changes that I'm going to add, because I think he's fulfilling his job. I think some people sometimes forget that my AI is not designed to necessarily be I guess like a 1v1 AI, or to really, like, he's designed to be able to take on as many humans as possible. And sometimes, you know, he'll just swarm you with troops and whatnot, and it might seem like a waste of money, but again, he's designed to overwhelm humans, several humans at the same time, so that's why he does weird stuff like that. But I want to add more strategic variation, especially on the lower difficulties, that's for sure. Okay, another question that I get asked a lot is, why is it not available for the non-HD edition? And that's also a really good question. And like the regular Forgotten Empires. So the reason being is I don't think it's ready yet. Just like I don't think it's ready yet to be as a separate AI file. It's still kind of early in development. I've been putting a lot of work into it. If you've ever written an AI, you'll know how much work it is. I want to make sure that by the time I post it on, say, Age of Kings Heaven, which is where I'll be posting it, I'm assuming, I want to make sure that it's up to quality standards. I want to make sure that nothing goes wrong, I guess. So testing, lots of testing. If you're interested, I guess, in helping me test it on the original AoE 2, any help is appreciated, I guess, and we'll try and get it rolling out. Like I said, next major version, hopefully it should be running in the original AoE 2 as well, so that should be good. We're going to be doing that. Soon. I can't really give you any specific release dates, but again, follow me on Facebook and whatnot, and watch my live stream, and we'll be discussing this more in the future. We're going to get this thing worked out, and we're going to get it on the original AoE 2 as well as a separate AI file. Soon! TM, soon. So let's see, one last thing I want to talk about for this update video is I want to be talking about future plans for my YouTube channel. So, a couple things I want to talk about. First things first is, I am heavily considering, and I really want to do this, is Let's Play of some Pokemon stuff. I'm a huge Pokemon player. I love all strategy games. I play only strategy games, basically. So what I want to do is I want to do some Pokemon stuff. I was thinking of doing a Let's Play of Pokemon Volt White or Blaze Black, because that's my favorite ROM hack. Basically, it's black and white, but with all like 650 Pokemon included in it, and it's just really cool. It's also very challenging. Of course, if I do any Let's Plays of Pokemon games, I'll be doing some sort of Nuzlocke run, which is like a permadeath thing. So if your Pokemon dies, it's dead forever. And with these Pokemon Let's Plays, I plan on involving the community as much as I can. In lieu of one of my favorite streamers, Rob, I'm going to be making... So basically, I'll be naming the Pokemon in my Pokemon Let's Plays after the viewers. So that should be pretty fun. I'll be doing stuff like that to get everybody involved. I think it should be really fun. Let me know what you think about Pokemon. I'm assuming most of you haven't played Pokemon in forever, and believe me, I took a huge break myself, but Pokemon is badass. It's really fun. And if you haven't seen competitive Pokemon, it is pretty crazy, so I hope to introduce you guys to a little change of pace. Of course, every single extra piece of content that I do is always in addition to AoE content. I can't say this enough. I'm always going to be doing Age of Empires content for as long as there's demand for it. So, you know, if I tack on Pokemon or League of Legends or Dota or something like that, it's just extra content, so just enjoy the extra content. It should be awesome. It should be fun. Yeah, you can be whatever Pokemon you want. It's going to be awesome, so... yeah, I'll be naming the Pokemon after the viewers. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can be Jigglypuff Sanatorium. You can be whatever your heart desires. Another thing I want to talk about is I'm going to be doing some 3DS content in the future. At least I plan to. You guys have been giving me donations. I really appreciate that. Every little penny counts. And I actually got just enough money that I've been able to finally afford my 3DS capture cards. So that thing is hilariously expensive. So... I'm really happy. I finally have enough money for it, so it's coming. It's going to be shipped to me, and I'm going to be doing some Pokemon X and Y content, some competitive battling. I used to be a very competitive battler in the 4th generation of Pokemon. I kind of took 5th gen off, and now I'm back again. I've definitely been enjoying it. I've been playing a lot on Showdown and a lot of X and Y. If you guys play X and Y, let me know. We'll do some battling and stuff. So I'm going to be tacking that on to the additional AoE 2 content. That's going to be a lot of fun. I think what I'm going to do, since there doesn't appear to be any sort of, or a very small demand for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, I think I'm going to put that on hold, and instead, when my 3DS capture card gets here, I'm gonna play through Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies, because I think that Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies would be more interesting for people to watch, especially if you guys haven't, if you guys aren't experienced with the whole Phoenix Wright universe. I'm gonna be doing Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies because it's a little easier on the eyes. For one, it's brand new and it's pretty awesome, and I think you guys will probably appreciate that. But for the most part, it's gonna be Pokemon. But yeah, if people want to see Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies, I would love to do that. That game was great. But the original Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney will probably be on hold. So I will, yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna be, if I do Dual Destinies, I'll do a better job. I promise. And I guarantee that will be a lot more interesting to watch than the original Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm just a huge Phoenix Wright fanboy, you know, so... The Dual Destiny is very, very easy on the eyes, and it'll be very entertaining. So I'll tack that on, but expect a lot of Pokemon stuff in the future. I guarantee that'll be entertaining for you guys. So let's see. One more thing for those of you who watch Jackie Chan Adventures. Last thing I want to talk about is some fun stuff. I'm going to be doing... I used to be a huge AoE2 custom scenario developer, as well as random map coding and AI. You know, like, I do everything. I love AoE2. It's like my life. I'm working on some new AoE2 custom scenarios, so you're going to see those soon. I've been working on some of these for several years, in fact. You know what makes me really sad? I spent like 3 years making a really polished AoE2 custom scenario RPG, and I thought it was really good. But it does not run on AoE2 HD Edition for reasons I do not understand. The thing just crashes immediately. I spent 3 years on that map. That map was badass. And it just crashes on HD, but you know, if I get my way, I would love to be able to fix that. If anyone actually thinks they can fix my my RPG map and get it to run in HD edition, I will love you forever. So if any of you think you can fix that, by all means, please let me know. I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, I'm working on a bunch of awesome new custom scenarios. What I'd like to do is to finish developing a blood map that is similar to Smosh Blood, but less snowball-y, I guess, in the senses. Blood maps are really fun, because I think that, you know, blood maps are basically AoE2 without the economic aspect. It's very military-focused. It's a nice, fun change of pace, really. What I'd like to do is I'd like to make a blood map that's one less snowball-y. Like, Smosh Blood can be very one-sided. If you're losing, you're going to keep losing, and if you're winning, you're going to keep winning. It tends to be rather snowball-y, so my hope is to make a Smosh... like a sort of Smosh-esque map, a blood map, if you will, for AoE2, that allows for comebacks, I guess. Has a little more strategy in it than your usual blood map, because I think the blood maps are really fun, but some of them are a little mindless. I want to make it mindless because that's the appeal of blood maps, but a little more strategy to it. You know, like, I think Path Blood would have been maybe the flawless blood map that I've been waiting for like, forever, but... Path Blood isn't very well balanced in the sense that some units just suck, legitimately just suck. And I don't want that. I want to do a blood map where you have options and all the options feel powerful. So, you know, Path Blood's badass. I love Path Blood. I've played all the blood maps, like Chaos Blood, ones that you guys have probably never heard of, Veteran's Blood. I played them all because I used to be a huge custom scenario player. I only played custom scenarios before I played random map, actually, like way back in the day. So anyway, you know, I played them all, and I wanna sort of try and make, I guess, the perfect one. Might take a while, but that's what I'm working on. And then the last thing is I'm going to be doing some giveaways relatively soon, especially for the holiday season. So sometime around the holiday season, during one of my live streams, I'll be letting you guys know, is I'm going to be giving away copies of Age of Empires 2 HD Edition with the Forgotten expansion pack. So make sure you tune into my live stream because you too could win Age of Empires 2 HD Edition. I've been using your guys' donations. Again, thank you so much. If you donate, I really appreciate it. Helps support the live stream and helps me buy recording equipment and whatnot. I'll be using those donations to just buy a bunch of copies of Age of Empires 2 HD Edition and then Forgotten, and do some giveaways. I'll probably be giving away other games in the future, but for now we're going to stick to Age of Empires 2 HD Edition and then Forgotten. So I hope you guys are excited. So we're going to be doing some giveaways soon, so make sure to tune in. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this little update video, guys. I really appreciate the support as always. You guys have been awesome. I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers now, which is pretty badass if I do say so myself. So again, thanks for all the support, and I look forward to seeing you all at my future live streams and on my future YouTube videos. I do read all your comments, of course, so make sure to leave a comment, and we'll see you soon. And for those of you who are watching me do this little update live, obviously the live stream will start in just a moment. And we're going to start by watching a little replay that my stream mod and awesome viewer slash friend Alaroon has sent me, so it's going to be awesome. So I'll see you all shortly.